A very warm morning to all who are present here. It is a great pleasure for me to welcome you all to this virtual webinar on Career Path of Life Science Aspirants, organized as a part of Silver Jubilee webinar series. A day without prayer is a day without blessings, and a life without prayer is a life without path. We will now start this event by seeking the blessings of Almighty. I request Ms. Jayalakshmi, Executive Committee Member of Newberg Group from 2nd BSc Biochemistry to present the prayer song.
सत्यव्रतं सत्यपरं त्रिसत्यं सत्यस्य योनिं निहितं च सत्ये सत्यस्य सत्यं ऋतसत्यनेत्रं सत्यात्मकं त्वां शरणं प्रपन्नाः वाणी गुणानुकथने श्रवणौ कथायां हस्तौ च कर्मसु मनस्थव पादयो नः स्मृत्यां यस्तवनिवास जगत्प्रणामे दृष्टिस्तथां दर्शनेस्तु भवत्खनूनां नमो भगवते तस्मै कृष्णायाद्भुतकर्मणे रूपनामविधेयेन जगत्क्रीडति यो यतः.
A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. I take this opportunity to invite our head of the department, Dr. P.T. Srinivasan, to address the gathering. Please, sir.
Good morning to one and all present in this webinar. I welcome all of you, all the participants from our college and from the other city colleges in and around the city who have come to participate in this webinar. Our department is organizing a series of webinars to commemorate our Silver Jubilee celebrations. Our department was started in the year 1995 and we have completed 25 years 2020. So this is a year-long celebration of our department in which we have planned a webinar a month, and in most of the months we have 2 webinars or 3 webinars in a month. So in that webinar series, we have been inviting many people from both inside the country and outside the country. Some of the speakers are our alumnus also. Today's speaker of the day, Mr. Prabhakaran Bhaskar, who is also one of our distinguished alumnus, uh, who is now currently heading the research project of this Cyrus Institute of Health Science and Research in Chennai. So he was a very active and a dynamic student of our department who used to interact with the staff members very frequently. So he will be bombarding our staff members with a lot of questions. So he talks with a very swift voice, like sometimes I will not be able to follow what he is telling. So he talks so fast. He's been flooded with so much of ideas, and he was such an ambitious and an aspiration person who we were able to identify him at that time itself. No doubt that he is now heading the research project in the Cyrus Institute of Health Science and Research. So I welcome Mr. Prabhakaran Bhaskar for this webinar on being a proud alumni of our department during the Silver Jubilee celebrations. The department takes pride and feel proud about our alumni who is now going to deliver the talk for the today's webinar as a part of the Silver Jubilee series. So the students, many of the students who don't have an idea about what to do after completing the course, now this webinar will give answers to your most of your questions. So I want all of you to pay more attention, all the students, especially the final year undergraduates and postgraduates, to meticulously listen to all the speaker is going to talk today on the career path of life science. So he'll be telling you about what are the various career path and how he has traveled after completing his program in our college, in our department. What are all the ways he went through? How did he land up finally in Cyrus Institute, and how did he become the head of the research and project division? What made him to do so? What are all the skills that are required? What are all the talents and other extra qualifications that anybody can equip themselves in setting up their career in their lifetime? So like this, I want all the students to take part in this webinar very actively and follow what the speaker is going to deliver, and ask him all your doubts regarding your career path, which is one of the important aspect of the education. after completing the education, everybody wants to set up a career either in research or in some marketing division or as in teaching or uh, so there are many areas. So today's talk will be more focusing on the career path of the life science aspirants. You have already aspired to be a life science person. You have joined biochemistry, and so this webinar will give you a lot of information about what you can do after you complete your program, whether the undergraduate program or postgraduate program, what and all you can do after completing the program, and how you can do about it in setting up your career. So, with this small introduction, I once again welcome all the participants of this today's webinar, the students, staff from in and around various city colleges, and our own departments in our own colleges, departments, various heads of departments, and their faculty members from other departments, students from other departments in our college. I welcome you all on this wonderful occasion to attend this webinar on the Silver Jubilee series. This is the 23rd webinar that we have been organizing on career path of life science aspirants, delivered by one of our distinguished alumnus, Mr. Prabhakaran Bhaskar. So I welcome you all once again and thank those organizers for giving me this wonderful opportunity to address the gathering. So thank you one and all. Over to the team of organizing the webinar.
Thank you, sir. Science is not only disciple of reason, but also a passion in one's life. I now request President of Newberg Group, Ms. Lakshmi Shri of 2nd BSc Biochemistry, to introduce our speaker of the day.
It's a great pleasure for me to invite the chief guest of today, an alumni of our department, Mr. Prabhakaran Bhaskaran, on behalf of the Department of Biochemistry. He has completed his BSc Biochemistry in DG Vaishnav College and MSc Biotechnology in Prince T. Venkateshwara Arts and Science College with excellence. And he is now pursuing his PhD in anti-gluconome properties in seaweeds. He started his career as a medical coder in Dell Incorporation in 2011 and 2012 and a senior medical coder in E4E Healthcare in 2012 and 2015, and then a senior executive and group coordinator in Ajuba Solutions in 2015 and 2018. He started a business, a startup company, a Gyrus Infotech, in 2018, a medical coding and placement solutions, and also started a paramedical institute named as Gyrus Institute of Health Science and Research in 2020. He has signed many MOUs with many notable colleges in Chennai. He has tied up with 45 plus MNCs in Chennai, Tiruchi, Hyderabad, and Bangalore. I would like to invite you, sir, to carry forward the session and motivate the students to start the business. Please, sir.
Very good morning to and also thanks to everyone who present here. Myself, Prabhakaran from the Gyrus Institute of Health Science and Research. Before that, I am very proud to here as a DGVC alumni. I am first of all thanks to our DG Vaishnav College principal sir, as well as the Department of Biochemistry HOD Dr. P. Srinivasan sir, staff members and great students, one and all who are present over here for this such webinar. And I appreciate the introduction which was given for me. It's great to speaking with all you today. Today's the topic of webinar is career path for the life science aspirants. As a life science student, I am also the part of the biochemistry students. I am going to give the detailed idea about after the graduation or post graduation, what are the fields are opening for us and what is the way you have to reach and shine in the future. To this session, I'm going to give what are the possibilities for life science graduates to get grow and shine there in future after get the graduate. Kindly get back me while you have any queries or any questions or any clarification needed. I will help you to clarify as much as here. Career path of life science aspirants. Actually, after the completion of +2 in the biology group, we have to choose the degree course based on the two academic values. The academic based on the two different values. The number one is job-based courses. The another one is research-based courses. For job-based courses means the diploma courses or polytechnic, any nursing or engineering courses comes under this criteria. That is job-related courses. Once you completed this job-related courses, you can immediate job placement. In case of research-based courses like life science, biotech, microbiology, biochemistry, nanotechnology, etc., these kind of things are immediate job very less. Need to complete minimum PG or PhD compulsory to get the better job. This is a basic, the two type of groups are available based on the academic value. If in case of undergraduate, only the BSc from the license degree is not much sufficient to get better job in present situation. After the completion of BSc, you will get the job, but the basic pay will be very less compared to the people. So you need to complete at least PG or have to complete any additional courses along with UG courses. What are the additional courses are available? What are the courses we have to do for getting better job? We'll discuss in the future slides. There are different courses, I said no. The certificate courses means medical coding, medical transcription, instruments handling, and the certificate course related to the hospitals like lab technician, optometry, X-ray, CD technician. These are the certificate courses which helps to additional value to the graduation to easily get the job in the private hospitals as well as the any private lab sectors. Diploma courses. As I said, the diploma courses related to the allied health sciences, DMLT, dialysis, optometry, anesthesia, emergency and accident care technology. These are the various diploma courses. You can do these diploma courses after the completion of +2, or you can do along with your BSc. While completing the BSc along with this any of the diploma courses, you can easily aspire by the top hospitals or private labs as a lab technician or dialysis technician. The certificate course duration must be noted. Some of the certificate course will be conducted for 2 days or 3 days. This is not valid for get the job. The certificate course should be minimum 1 month, maximum duration of 2 years. In case of diploma courses, it should be 1 year to 2 years. Less than the 1 year course is named as diploma, that is not accredited by some of the hospitals. In case of postgraduate, after the completion of PG, you can have chance to go to job. That is based on totally the students can go to job or can do the higher studies. What are the higher studies possibilities? Because you know the PhD. There are so many exams are there after the completion of MSc. The exams, some of the exams are listed here. These exams help you to get the stipend for doing the PhDs or the researchers, as well as you have to get the job related to the academic field. The exam named as CSIR, Council for Scientific and Industrial Research. Through this exam, candidates are selected for the post of assistant professor, and also deserving candidates can be awarded as JR, Junior Research Fellowship. To the Junior Research Fellowship, the people get the stipend for doing the PhD works. CSIR have the 5 major streams. They are named as physical science, chemical science, mathematical science, as well as life science, along with health science. For the life science graduates, you can once completed the PG, you are eligible to do the CSIR exams. Another example, ICMR JRF, Indian Council for Medical Research. The ICMR JRF exam is counted for the admission of PhD. Approximately per year, 150 fellowships will be awarded who completed this ICMR JRF exams. The ARS NET exam. The ARS NET is only aspirants who pursued masters in life science. Indian Council for Agricultural Research is the largest scientific organization in India. Most number of the research institutes. Candidates can chance to become a scientist in IAR institutes once you completed these exams. If you clear this exam, you have the possibility to do the research in the IAR institutes. Then I said no, number of the exams are there. Top 5 exams are listed here. On this CSIR, as I said earlier, CSIR, this will be conducted in February and September. The interview will be conducted in June and December. The question are JRF or SRF. Then GATE exam. This is conducted in the month of September. The interview or exam is conducted in February. The question for JRF, DBT, ICMR, DINC. That is conducted by a month of April to May. The result is June and July. The question for JRF. There are totally 42 plus exams are available for the licensed graduates can do their research without any their own money. The stipend will be provided by this kind of departments. The 3 main career pathways like this. Once you completed the PG, you enter into the PhD or any JRF positions. And after completion of that, you can choose your career as a 3 different ways. One is academic, like you can be able to join in the universities or colleges as a professor, as a lecturer in a position. After that, another area is government research institute or non-profit research institute you can be able to join. The last important thing is industry. After the completion of PhD, in what area of your projects will be based? Based on that, you can be able to join the industries as a science and business manager, director, VP, or CEO, based on the your performance and based on the your projects which are completed in the PhDs. CSIR details about the CSIR. CSIR and there is some specific limitation or specific criteria to be followed for writing the exam. The things are CSIR net as a age limit that is 28 years. The maximum age limit prescribed for the award of joint research fellowship there is the 28 years as of January. You should calculate from your upper age limit can be relaxed to 5 years for the reserved category people, that is SC, ST, or personally with disability and female applicants. For the OBC non-creamy layer candidate, 3 years of relaxation for the 28 years. There is no age limit for applying net if you are applying for the assistant professor. I said no, 28 years the maximum age limit, then 5 years relaxation and 3 years relaxation. This only applicable for the JRF. In case if people want to do the assistant professor position for the net exam, there is no upper age limit, but you should follow the UGC norms for eligible for the assistant professor. The candidate can apply only JRF or only assistant professors or both JRF and assistant professors. There is no limit number of attempts. You can attempt n number of times to clear the exam, but the age restriction will be calculated. According to CSIR UGC net, eligible criteria, candidates applying for junior are already said. The duration of the exam. This exam is conducted 3 hours. The score, that is the paper 1 and paper 2, that is 0 to 100 marks and 200 marks. The overall quality will be based on the cutoff mark. Once you come to this particular cutoff, you can appear for the direct Viva interview. Apart from once completed the interview, you can be awarded either JRF or assistant professor, which exam you only can't. The minimum qualify for the CSIR is 33% for general category, 23% for reserved category. However, there is no sectional cutoff. Marks obtained in all parts are taken together while deciding the cutoff. We have the different parts in the question paper, part 1, part 2, I said. The overall cutoff will be calculated not from the exact of some particular cutoff for the part 1 and some particular cutoff for the part 2. So don't worry about that one. You concentrate on any particular area, get the minimum pass percentage to the adhere to JRF positions. And the last year cutoff was shown here. As the CSIR net cutoff for the 2020 June session, as per declared on 5th February, the license department, the unreserved category 98.94%, for OBC 96%, for SC and ST 89% respectively, and the persons disability 74%. You should complete this cutoff mark. You can be eligible to be JRF or assistant professor. Based on the CSIR net June itself, the total number of candidates who qualify for the research fellowship is for net, the 2,135 candidates can get the JRF position, or JRF net alone 112, or in case of UGC program 1,638, for lecturership net program 4,394 people get qualified. Note, the candidates qualified for the JRF net also eligible for lecturership if they fulfill the eligibility criteria as per UGC norms. As I said earlier, you can be able to do JRF along with the lecturership, but you should adhere the UGC norms criteria. That example, master or equivalent degree requires some certain percentage. If it is meet the criteria, you can work as an assistant professor along with doing your research. Then the next part is, I said, diploma courses. For UG and PG students can do the diploma courses while studying their graduation. There is no issue. In case of second year students can join the diploma courses after the completion of the degree. The diploma course also get over, so you can award the degree as a diploma course. It is easy to get the job. The diploma course for licensed students can eligible to work in government hospital as well as the private hospital. The paramedical courses are job-oriented academic program. The paramedical course teaches an individual to change them into component the healthcare work. What is the eligible criteria for joining the paramedical courses? There is an increasing demand for paramedical professionals both in India and abroad. The paramedical offers numerous courses for students class 12. Students have passed this course in science stream eligible to join paramedical. That's why I said while joining the BSc from the second year itself, you are eligible to paramedical course along with the UG or PG graduation. The type of paramedical courses are bachelor degree process. That is BSc lab technician, BSc optometry course available. The duration is 3 to maximum 4 years. In case of diploma in paramedical courses, the duration will be 1 to 3 years. In case of certification of paramedical courses, as I said, minimum of 1 month, maximum of 2 years. Post graduation, the duration is 2 years to 3 years. This is totally based on what the degree you can choose. But the diploma process you can do along with your graduation. In case of bachelor or postgraduate, you cannot do simultaneously. Once completed the course, you can directly join the bachelor degree. In case of you join any bachelor like biochemistry or biotechnology, along with that you can do the diploma courses. The list of courses are here. The important courses are highlighted. That is lab technology, medical laboratory technology, accident and emergency care technology, dialysis technology, optometry, and the cardiac non-invasive technology. These are very booming field in the paramedical courses. Once you completed, easily get the job. Minimum starting pay 13,000 to maximum. In case of dialysis technology, the opening for the people who completed diploma or BSc in dialysis technology is minimum per month, minimum to 30 to 40 people is asking to us for the completed candidates. The lab technician salary details. In case of Dr. Lal Path Lab, you know very well one of the laboratory in Chennai. They offer the minimum salary for 12,847 for the fresher. In case of Metropolis Medical Lab Technology, offer 24,000 monthly salary for those who completed the diploma or basic bachelor degree in laboratory technology. The average salary for dialysis technician is 17,000 per month in India. For the emergency medical technology, it is around 20,000 for one in Tamil Nadu. Average salary for the optometrician is 14,000. These listed salaries are for the freshers. Once you completed either diploma or any bachelor degree in a particular field, you can offer this minimum salary. Apart from the 6 months or 1 year of duration, your salary will be gradually increased based on the performance. Okay. For the lab technician course or EDRS course, as I said earlier, we are from the Gaius Institute of Health Sciences. We are conducting these all the paramedical course certificate program and the diploma program. So you can join here and we can offer the excellent training and hands-on training for the all listed programs. You can search in the Google best paramedical courses from Chennai. We also one of the major among them. That is Gaius Institute of Health Sciences. The Gaius Institute of Health Science Research is located in Amram. We are operated as BSS along with CSVED. These are the central government organizations provide a certificate program. Then also along with ISO certified institute, we have qualified staff on 100% hands-on teaching to the paramedical students. Minimum fees comparable. The internship will be established and will be branded hospital. We have tied up with so many branded hospitals in and around Chennai, exam of Intuition, AG, and the Bosch hospitals. We can offer the internship program to that particular hospital. So usually you can afford by that particular hospital, it just once complete the internship, the minimum base salary of, as I said earlier, 12,000 to 17,000 starting pay. If you need any clarification, please contact the number which was displayed over here. In certificate course, this is a very easy learning course, and the time duration was very less. So you can complete this course while studying the bachelor degree or post graduation degree, or else you completed the degree also you can join this course. For this certificate course, I try to introduce the course on medical coding. This is a very fastest one of the healthcare field in the US country, because the medical coding is the conversion of process. Actually, what is the medical coding is conversion of healthcare diagnosis, procedure, or medical service, which was rendered by the physician or doctors, converted into alpha numerical code. The entire process was described in 2 lines. Actually, the procedure, the doctor provide the treatment to the patient in US kind of countries. After the completion of treatment, the patient will not pay the money from their packet. They have to use their insurance card for claiming the amount. If in this case only, the medical code has to play a role to get the claim from the insurance people to the doctors. The doctor terminology was not easily understood by the insurance people. The insurance people cannot calculate the amount how was spent by the patient to the doctor. So in this area, the medical coder as a mediator understand the terminology which was given by the doctor, converted into particular code by using some of the coding manuals, namely CPT, ICD, FX. And once you converted, the insurance people will release the amount from the insurance premium to the doctor based on the your code. That is the part of medical code. The diagnosis and the procedures which was given by the doctor converted into alphanumerical code. The medical record, the manual I said no CPT, ICD, FX. The first manual is called current procedure terminology, which was the manual to convert the procedure. Procedure instance, if you went to the hospital of any of the problem like headache or fever, any issues you went to the hospital, the doctor will render some kind of service. For example, providing the injection or providing the treatment related to the fever or examining the report or asked to take the blood test, or the X-ray or maximum level of surgery. What are the procedures rendered by the physician or doctor that can be converted into the code by using the first manual or the CPT? In case of ICD, the abbreviation for ICD is International Classification of Disease, which helps to get the code for the disease. The reason, for example, the people who went to the hospital are suffering from any kind of disease. Example, headache or fever or the maximum disease of AIDS or cancer. All the diagnosis will be comes under the ICD. You can pick the code which was suitable to the patient. The procedure will be value based, which means the procedure only have the particular dollar value. The dollar value will be released to the doctor based on the supporting ICD. The last one is called HPCS, that is HTPCS, Healthcare Common Procedure Coding System, is level 2 kind of coding. This helps to get the code for the supplies. For example, in case of a heart problem, the patient have any kind of surgery related to the placement of stent or any placement of catheter, the procedure will be get the money based on the CPT value. What is the problem? Actually, the patient have to get the code from ICD. After that, the EPIC code will get the code for the cost of catheter or any stent will be placed. That will be created based on the EPIC value. Totally, these three books are helps to get complete the medical coding. The doctor will get money for the service which was rendered by the doctor to the patient. The growth rate of medical coding compared to the other industries like IT or any other industries, the healthcare is one of the fastest growing field, approximately 25 to 30% per year. From the 2016 to 26, the increase rate is approximately 13%, where the other outsourcing only the 7%. If compare with this is the double compared to the other outsourcing field. Then salary package for the medical coder. In India, the freshers for their country, the freshers salary is 1.5 lakhs to 2 lakhs per annum. This for monthly per annum salary. For experienced candidate, it's up to 15 lakhs per annum based on the performance and the position of the role. Then in abroad, in case the freshers salary is approximately 10 lakhs to 15 lakhs per annum, the experience more than 30 lakhs. But in case of willing to work in abroad, our graduation and the basic knowledge of coding is not sufficient to enter abroad. Or in abroad, in case we need to complete another exam, which was named as CPC. Once you complete the CPC exam, then only you are eligible to work in the abroad as a medical coder. This exam was abbreviated as Certified Professional Coder, which was conducted by AAPC from USA. As I said, more than 500 corporate companies are in our country. In southern part, this Tamil Nadu, Hyderabad, Kerala, Bangalore, Mumbai have a lot of the openings. In Tamil Nadu, especially Chennai, Coimbatore, Vellore, Salem, and Trichy have a lot of openings. In Chennai itself, even around 90+ companies are there. The eligibility for a medical coder, even the medical students are applying for the medical coding. Apart from that, as a licensed graduate, biotechnology, microbiology, biochemistry, these are the eligible graduates. Only life science or paramedical or the medical students are only eligible for doing the medical coding. Other than that, arts and art group students are not eligible to work as a medical coder. How to get the job as a medical coder? As I said, you should complete the basic level of medical coding training is the perfect institute to get the medical coding certificate. Then only you can eligible to get placed as a medical coder in top MNCs. Okay. And I said, Guidance Infotech Medical Coding Coordination, we are the institute located in Tamil. We provide the medical coding training to the freshers. As completed the training, we help you to get the job in the top MNCs. As I said, the location Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Trichy also. Once you get the job, the assessment minimum salary of 13 to 80,000 per month for the first 6 months. After the 6 months of completion, you can be able to get maximum salary of based on your performance. The institute which is going to join for the medical coding training, please adhere the following certificate the institute will get or not. Because once you complete the training, the upward companies will look into the certificate, whether the certificate is valid or not. For that purpose, as a guidance Infotech, we have registered in the MSME, which is the Government of India, micro, small, medium enterprises are registered there. In certificate itself, we are giving the register number, as well as along with the ISO certified and external coaching with practical learning. We are tied up with top 45 MNCs in and around South India. Successful completion of training, we provide certification along with the job offer. We are providing 2 different courses for the medical coding training, that is ACMC, Advanced Certification in Medical Coding. The duration for training is 35 days. You can do while studying the graduation, or you can do after the completion of graduation. But once you complete the 35 days of training with us, we are able to get the job within the 1 week of time period to starting salary of 13 to 18,000. For certified professional coder, as I said earlier, that is CPC. This is an exam conducted by the AAPC. The AAPC is one of the organizations which was located in the USA. This is the aggregated board for medical coder. You need to complete this certification. The duration of certification course is 2 to 3 months. Once you completed this certificate training, you need to write the exam to AAPC. This exam was conducted by offline or online mode. But the exam cost was little bit higher. This compared to the Indian value, the fees is about 49,000. Once you completed this exam, then only you can eligible to work in abroad. Okay. Then before completion of certification, even though you have 5 to 6 years of experience in India, you cannot be able to work in abroad without this certification. In India itself, if you completed this certification, if you get the higher position in your field. Okay, these are what I said here. These are related to only the job oriented. For example, medical coding or any other lab technician. These are only job oriented. If you want to do the business, first you have to enter as a worker for minimum 5 to 6 years to get the particular knowledge. From my part of what I said, I have worked in code for 10 years as a medical coder in various organizations to get the knowledge, because the theoretical knowledge is not sufficient to conduct the business program to teach the training institute or to get the project from the outsourcing. So you have to get the practical knowledge. So you have to work as a minimum 3 to 4 years as a medical coder in any one of the organization. After getting the particular knowledge from the medical coding field, you can start the whole training institute. For starting of training institute, not that much amount you have to invest in. The first thing is you have to register with the MSME, that is a 0 cost, and you have to get ISO. Apart from that, you have some capability knowledge in the anatomy, physiology field, along with the medical coding, as I said, the CPT, ICT. Before that, you should complete the CPC exam to conduct the training process. Without completion of CPC program, you cannot be able to teach the medical coding and you cannot be awarded any certificate. Once you completed these criteria, you can start own issue and provide the training. Once you give the training to the people, you have a particular number of training candidates. You can approach the organization, formula organization in Chennai itself. You can approach them. We have installed the candidates. They are completed. These are the training manuals. I am the trainer with this kind of certification. So I can send the candidates to them. You can interview us. So you can interview the people which was signed with us. So the people can get job easily. Based on the timely subject, they conduct the interview. Once you complete the interview, they can offer the offer letter to the particular candidate as a joint fresher. As I said, the minimum salary. After completion of particular 2 to 3 companies, you have the capability to join with the top MNCs. In starting itself, top MNCs did not MOU with you. So certainly you can send the candidates to the started medical coding companies. Once you started the medical coding companies, after the candidates by reference itself, you can approach the top MNCs. While signing the top MNCs, you should have some of the government criteria like GST. You should pay the tax, current account. These criteria should be. Then only top MNCs will sign up with you. The name of the top MNCs are noted here. The Ajiva, one of the top MNCs. Then apart from the Access Healthcare, then AGS, Episodes, these are one of the top references located in Chennai. They have the branch in US itself. So if you tie up with these many organizations, so easily afford the people once computer training, you will get the brand name in society. The market, the people ready to join the medical coding training, they don't worry about fees and all, but the only activity is how to get the job once complete certification. For that purpose, you have to develop your institution to get their certificate from the government and along with the MOE with the top MNCs, then only you can start. After that, in case of paramedical courses, once you completed the certificate and diploma courses or bachelor degree, you can start your own lab execution. For the starting start the lab, you need to minimum square feet area, but you have to get unlimited from National Laboratory Technology Center, then you can start your own. Or else you can get the franchise from the top laboratories like Pakistan or Midlife. They can provide the franchise also. No, you don't get any certificate. They're using their name itself. You can start your own laboratory. You will give your area itself. You have to collect the blood from the patient. The rest of the things will be handled by the where you get the franchise. The starting period, which will be built to get the some amount of earnings. After that, you can start your own because for investment for the starting laboratory little bit higher compared to the current. In case of you itself completed any bachelor degree or postgraduate degree in paramedical courses, you can start that your own paramedical training institute, get updated on number of the non-organization boards are available here. I noted here BSS, CSBD, NIERT, so many boards are there. They can award your institute and then conduct the trial, and you can distribute this certificate to these updated boards. So this is for this conducting, you should complete any bachelor or postgraduate degree in paramedical courses. Then you can enroll. In case you are not completed the paramedical course in the bachelor degree or postgraduate, you can start the training institute after the well qualified completed person in the bachelor degree or course. Then only you can get license for conducting the paramedical institute. So many institutes are running in and out without the proper license or certificate. This institute after completion, you will award a certificate, but that certificate will not be considered for the job placement, or we cannot be able to work as an employee in any other organization. So please, before joining the any institute, before getting any course enrolled with any other institute, think twice whether the institute or whether the laboratory get affiliated with the particular board or not. If it is affiliated, then join directly. That certificate will be awarded an additional value to the certificate. Without the proper aggregation board, the institute or any laboratory will award the certificate or awarded the job. That will not be considered in case of moving to any branded hospitals or branded laboratory. In case of Apollo, in case of SRM, they did not consider the certificate as a valid one. So that's why before joining the course, you should know whether the institute of the particular license or certificate from the government.
Thank you, sir. It was a very informative and interesting session. Now is the time for queries. Please do be interactive and ask questions.
Sir. Hi, sir. This is Netrashi from 2nd BSc. Am I audible, sir?
Okay. Yeah, tell me, ma.
Sir, is medical coding learning technologies all useful in doing in India or in abroad, sir?
Yeah, I said no. As completion of any basic certificate. No, any basic certification or advanced certification, you can eligible to work in India itself. You need to go abroad. You need to complete CPC exam. As I mentioned, he is certified professional coder. Once completed the CPC, then only you can eligible to work in abroad.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir, I have one doubt. Like you were talking about the certification course for 35 days. So how valid is the course?
Yeah.
35 days.
For certificate course, yes, for certification course, minimum 1 month is valuable. For in the 35 days, we are divided into 50 days for the anatomy, physiology, and medical terminology, and 20 days for the CPT, ICD, and APICS. Once you completed 35 days, we are conducting the whole exam. Based on the mark only, we are provided the certificate.
Okay, so once they receive the certificate, are they eligible to join in Indian medical coding companies?
Yes, yes. In India itself, you can eligible to join.
Okay, so if you're going to stay in India, is that certification course enough, or should they carry out with the CPSC course?
No, for starting 1 year or 2 years, that is enough. You want to get the higher position in the medical coding field as a team leader or a manager, you need to complete CPC.
Okay, for promotion
For
sake, you require
coder, for coder or senior coder, that certification is enough. You want to get the promotion in the field of medical coding as a TL or manager or senior manager, you should complete CPC. Why means they for conducting the company in India itself, they getting the project from US. So for US getting clients, for the TL and manager conducting the meeting or any live transaction, they get the sign for CPC coder.
Okay. Okay, sir. So I just want to know, at Gyrus, do you offer the CPSC course?
Yeah, we are offering CPC training also.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much, sir. It was a very informative session. Hope the students find it useful too.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir, for your lucid answers. Gratitude will shift you to a higher frequency and you will attract much better things. I now invite the Vice President of the Nuba crew, Mr. Duke Salto Jabbar Thomas of First MSc Biochemistry, to propose the vote of thanks.
Inspiration follows aspiration. Our aspiration are our responsibilities. A warm and grateful moment to our most valued and worthy guest, Management Committee, respected professors, and beloved friends. It's my honor to have been asked to offer a vote of thanks on the occasion of this webinar. We would not be here without our alma mater. So first and foremost, I'd like to thank our college, Dwaragadas Govardhan Das Vaishnav College, for giving us this opportunity to conduct this webinar today. I extend my sincere thanks to our Honorable Secretary, Shri Ashok Kumar Muntraji, and respected Principal, Captain Dr. S. Santosh Babu. It has been our tribute to host all the members and audience of this webinar. A special thanks to our resourceful and venerable head of our department, Dr. P.T. Srinivasan sir. Being the catalyst, he inspired us to do our best and stand as a pillar of power. Thank you, sir. With deep sense of appreciation, we thank our esteemed department faculties, the guide stars. And I would like to thank the organizing secretary of this webinar, Professor K. Nagalakshmi ma'am. I thank today's webinar speaker, Mr. Prabhakaran Bhaskar, for all the valuable information he shared with us on the topic, the career path of life science aspirants. Thank you, sir, for enlightening us with your motivational presentation on the right way to achieve our goals higher and greater in our career path. I'm pretty sure the precious knowledge that you gave us will definitely help us in our hopeful future. Thank you all, the Nuba crew members who assist us directly and indirectly to make this webinar successful. The essence of fruit is always tasted in the last. I would like to thank all the participants today and all the glory and praises to the Almighty whose blessing and grace made this webinar what it was. This is Duke Sholto signing off. Thank you.